Okay, I'm getting rained on, so I'm gonna keep this short, but you're gonna laugh. See this screw I drove in here? If you take this thing, there's 3 bolts holds this on. Okay, let me just back up. You see that horn back in there? I'm trying to see if you can. There is a nut right here. It's 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter, either one. It's a long bolt that goes all the way through, and it holds the horn on the back side of that bracket. Back down in here. It's this nut right here. Let me get my hand in here. And it's a long bolt that goes all the way through. Okay, so there's 1 bolt there, 1 bolt here, that's 2, and 3. And if they're all tight, this thing will bind. And it was worse than before with the new block on. Can you believe that? So either this plate isn't flat, and when you torque this down, it gets in a bind. And like I said, it was worse. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here? So I even took this plug and moved it up here and moved the inlet down here. Made no difference. They both communicate. So what I did is I took these 3 bolts loose, and then it loosened up. So, but when I tightened them back up, it would get in a bind. So what I did is I drove this in here, tightened it up, and it's working just fine now. I know it. It's a terrible fix, but it works great, and I'm going to leave it just like it is. Smooth as can be. I'm going to live with that. I don't care what it looks like, but there's a gap here. I don't know if you can see that. I got rain on my phone, but the mating surfaces apparently are off a little or something. But yeah. So this one here, I can't hardly do it with one hand, but it's smooth now. But when you tighten it down, I kind of wonder if they didn't get one of these is too high. There's only three mounting points here. It twisted enough though. It gets in a bind, and when it would stick with the new one on, as soon as this would come up here and stop, it would be full pressure up there on the gauge. And when it would go down, I mean, you let go of it and it's still going, and then it would be full pressure. It's just, so, of all the things, it's closer back here than it is here. There's a bigger gap here than over there. I got this steel screw wedged in here. It's tightened down. Long bolts tight because this is threaded, and I got a phone call coming in. And I got the nut on the back side of the horn holding tight, so I'm putting it back together. I'm living with it just like that. But if your bucket control is sticky, loosen these 3 bolts and wedge something in here, and you'll be better. That'll fix it.